Good morning and welcome back. This is Willa with Willa Trades. And for those of you just joining us, this is the channel that you join when you want to learn how to trade. Coming along, we've been doing a morning watch list for you guys for several weeks now, growing the channel. And the big thing that I want to do here is for those of you who are either new to trading or are thinking about trading, or you've been trading for a little bit and maybe getting frustrated with it, I just want to go through the process with you. So I call this "Come with me on my journey," because I'm becoming more and more profitable with every day, and it's been an exciting journey. But it was not fraught with it was not without frustration. So I want you guys to just kind of get an idea of how the market works and how it moves. I'm going to be doing a little bit more videos talking about my style and different things that I learned and indicators I use. That's kind of going to be my focus in September. So we'll see how you guys like that. So I'm going to get started. You can see behind me we have three charts. SPY, which is an ETF, and that is basically like trading the S&P. QQQ, which is an ETF for the NASDAQ, and then SPX, which is an index fund, and that is actually what I trade. But I use all three charts with a couple others to help inform me about what the wise decisions might be with the trades. So I have two different setups. Excuse me. One is for today, 5 minutes. QQQ today, 5 minutes, and I'm showing you the SPX for the last week on the 5 minute time frame. As you can see, it's been a lot of up and downs, back and forth, which is actually a great thing to trade. The only problem is when you stay in a range for too long, it becomes hard to say which levels are going to stick and which are not. Okay, so we moved up here at close last week, but you can see here very similarly, this was last week, but we've also peaked to a new high and then went back down, and now we're kind of treading. So I believe 560.5 is actually somewhere closer to the 5612 area on the SPX chart that we're going to be trading. Okay, so big deal because we've got a 200 SMA, 200 simple moving average, and a 100 simple moving average, kind of starting to show that they're going to be in that same level. So we're probably going to use that and watch that very carefully on our 5 minute. But what I'm expecting, if you look at the broader context of the market, if we were to open our tab here and magnify it and look further out in the 1 hour, what you can see here is we've moved up, we've consolidated, and typically after something like this happens, we move further up. There is a big piece of data that's happening this week, and that is going to be on Friday. The big piece of data is non-farm payroll, and so we're expecting to see the market react to that on Friday. Other than that, because it's a short week, Labor Day was yesterday, it's very likely that the market's going to move real slow today because it's like a Monday, and Mondays tend to move a little bit slower. There's only a little bit of data, but I'm going to show you guys kind of like what I mean. I'm part of a group, Team Bull, as a member, and you can see here that you got U.S. employment report. That's big. Initial jobless claims will move it some on Thursday, but before that, not a lot. This is light stuff. Maybe 9:45 today. We'll see some moves 10 o'clock for the ISM manufacturing. But what I can tell is the market's going to probably consolidate a little bit further or give us a few fades. And then probably as we get to Thursday and Friday, we're going to see Thursday, late day, people start to take positions on what they think is going to happen with the employment report. And it's a big employment report because this really dictates what we think the Federal Reserve might do. And then because the following week we'll also have what's called we'll have the FOMC, excuse me, meeting where the Federal Reserve is going to meet and decide on rates, and also a couple of major data points will drop as well. So I'm expecting that today we're probably going to move up in our range. The problem is we're at the top of an area where we call supply. I mean, we're coming up to a bottom of an area where we call supply. And supply is where there's a lot of sellers that are likely sitting, and they're going to be selling off because we're coming close to the most recent all-time high. So that being said, I'm expecting that there's not going to be a lot happening today. I'd be surprised, but not completely off put if we got some some movement today. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. You can see here you've got the bounce toward the latter half of Friday, moves up, goes up overnight, bounces, rejects, comes down here, and now we're holding at this area, and we've been holding at this area since 5 a.m. in this general vicinity. So I'm expecting that we'll probably move down, probably move back up to pre-market highs, and probably move back down a little bit lower, kind of getting ready. And so that's what I'm looking at the market to do. I'm going to use my pre-market high and pre-market low level as kind of my support, and then also my resistance. So, and you can expect to see some movement in and around that. Again, for those of you who are interested in learning more about trading and seeing me trade live and kind of see how I trade some of these strategies, definitely hit like, subscribe, and cut your notification bell on. And we look forward to serving you guys